reason why we had difficulty calling each other is because as I was calling you, you were calling me, and so I could hear it ringing on your side, and at the same time I could hear it ringing on my side. So
Yes.
our calls crossed each other. Nos appels se sont croisés, as we say in French. Have you heard that expression in French, Johnny?
Yes, I have heard it.
You've heard that in French. Quand les appels se croisent, that means our calls like crossed each other. You see, they crossed each other. Okay, well, so we're back again.
I can see you. Yes, no problem.
You can see me
I
now.
don't know. Yes, I can see the whole site.
You can see me? Yes?
Yes, and
That's
also the
good.
sky because before I couldn't see you anymore. I could see only the site. As I said, the software was open
Yes.
on the behind of somewhere, but I could
Not
not
in the behind of something, you would just say behind something. So it was
behind
open.
something.
Yes.
It was
Just
it was
behind.
open behind something, but
Yes.
I couldn't anymore close it or open it. Maybe with Control Alt
No, you wouldn't
Delete.
say I couldn't anymore close it. You would say I couldn't close it anymore.
I couldn't close it anymore. Yeah.
Yes.
And I wasn't able to reopen it. Maybe I could use Control Alt and Delete, but
oh yes, that's possible.
maybe it was better. But after it, I would have closed it.
Closed it. So it's the past. So you need
generally.
to pronounce the past participle closed. After I would have closed it. That's the correct way of saying that. Okay, so let me tell you this little story then. This morning I got up, I got out of bed, I got washed, I got dressed, I got downstairs, I got some breakfast, I got outside, I got the car, got to work, got to my work position, I got some coffee, got back to my work position, got some lunch, got back to work, and at the end of the day I got out of the office, got my car again, got home, got some supper, got upstairs, got washed, got into my pajamas, got to bed, and finally I got to sleep.
Ah, very well. I have understand you very well.
Yes, of course, you've understood me very well, but you haven't received much meaning. I mean, it's been just the basics you've understood, but you haven't understood in detail. For example, it's very low quality, so it's not rich.
Yes, of course.
You see. Now, just to take one example to show poor English it is, how low quality it is. If I take just one instance of that story, like I got some coffee. Now, it doesn't say how I obtained that coffee. It doesn't say whether I came to work with a vacuum flask, you know, the thermos, and whether I poured myself a cup of coffee. Or maybe I went to the kitchen area of the office and took some instant coffee powder and mixed myself a cup of coffee. Or maybe I went to the coffee table at work where they already have cups of coffee prepared for the employees, and maybe I picked up a cup of coffee from the coffee table. Or maybe I went to the coffee machine and I, let's say, obtained a cup of coffee from the coffee machine. Or I might have gone out of the office down the street to Starbucks and bought myself a cup of coffee in Starbucks. So you see, instead of saying I got some coffee, which doesn't indicate to you how I obtained that coffee, if I'd have said I poured myself a coffee, I mixed myself a coffee, I obtained or picked up or bought myself a coffee, that gives you much more information and still only using one word. So if you replace the words like get, gotten, gotten, by the more meaningful verb, like poured, mixed, picked up, obtained, or bought, then not without using any extra words, using the same amount of words, we have extra meaning communicated, because the idea of communication is to be as expressive as possible, communicate as much information as possible with as few words as possible. Then your language is powerful, it has impact. Otherwise, if you have lots of other superfluous or very low quality words, it dilutes the message. It makes it less powerful and less understandable. Of course, you understood it, but you just understood the minimum, the bare minimum. You see, you didn't have a very rich understanding of it.
Yes, as you said,
So
it's
you
not the
understand
quality.
it's low quality. It's very poor. It's not rich at all. And the native level English speakers, they always try to avoid using these words get, got, and gotten, because they are such low quality words. Now, what I can do is to send you a link. Well, not a link. It's actually the text itself, which I'm going to do a copy paste of in the Skype chat. And it's an exercise, a bit like the exercise I did in my use of English exam in England, where just after the words get, gotten, gotten, there's just a little space with a dotted line and brackets around it, where you need to actually fill in the more meaningful and expressive and communicative verb that would replace get, gotten, gotten, and give better quality to the text that you're either writing or to the message and the words you're actually speaking, you see.
Okay. Yep.
So, I thought I'd done a copy paste of it, but for some reason the copy paste hasn't worked.
Something works, but
Let me see. I'm trying to do this copy paste, but it didn't work.
I see only that you are writing something.
Why doesn't this work? Yes, it's good now. Okay, I'm sending it to you. Now, can you see that in the Skype chat, Johnny?
No, at the moment, no. It says only to me. Now, yes.
You see it. It's quite long, so you can do this for your homework if you like. And that'll give you lots of practice replacing get, gotten, gotten by more meaningful, more expressive, communicative verbs.
Do you have sent me also a link to something, the right practice better?
Yes, at the bottom is the website where this exercise comes from. So if you want to have some more practice, and more specifically having more right practice, right as in writing practice and right as in correct practice, because here the word right can be written R-I-G-H-T, which means correct. It's the right one, not the wrong one. And also right as in W-R-I-T-E, like the verb to write, you see. So it's a play on words. It's a pun. So it's expressing two things at the same time, because it's the same pronunciation for both words, even though each word is written differently and has a different meaning. You understand that? So that'll be interesting for you for homework, to have some practice avoiding get, gotten, gotten, and having more meaningful verbs used instead. That's good.
The first one is about get. Difference between get and got, huh? Okay.
You can read some of it now if you like. It could be interesting if you want us to do it in the lesson. I mean, that's fine.
I'm going to put it on this site. No, because I wanted, it's not a problem. Okay. Difference. So now I found it. Also get is the present tense form of the verb to get. Yes, of course. Got is the past tense form as well as the past participle
Yes.
in a sentence such as we have got 2 tickets.
Yes.
Yeah, but I will do it for myself
Yes.
because yes,
That
I
would
will
be
do
good.
it for myself. Yeah, because I have to put me on the text in a calm situation. Yeah.
Right. And so these are all ways in which you can write better English. Also, you need to avoid repetition, which you know has to be avoided in any language. It's not good to repeat the same words again and again in one after another. And also redundancy, which means avoiding words which are superfluous. Do you know what the word superfluous means, Johnny?
Yeah, superfluous are words that you don't use it in that specific situation.
That's right. They are not necessary.
Yeah.
So they are redundant in that sense, but because they're not serving any useful purpose. So as well as keeping it short and simple, we need to avoid repetition, avoid words which like get, gotten, gotten, and words which are not serving any useful purpose. So if you do all of these things, you will improve the quality of English, give your English more power, more impact, and therefore you will speak much better English. You see that, Johnny? You understand that? Yeah.
Yes, I understand that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's great. Excellent.
Yeah, the best thing to do it is of course to read a book in English or read books.
Of course.
In that language that you want to learn.
Exactly. Absolutely. That helps a lot when you're reading books in that language. Yes, it's quite right. Absolutely. So what were we talking about just before, Johnny?
It was about my company. We start with the company,
right.
but yes, I would just want to say that, at the moment the situation is as it is, and we will. I will take it, or I will take it as it comes. That's it.
That's right. That's the best thing to do,
That's
really.
it. That's it. It's not a problem.
We don't have much choice. We can't really do anything else. Just take it as it comes. Yes.
Yes, of course. That's it. That's it.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I pray everything will go well for your company and for you, and that's really, in this difficult situation, this difficult period, that things may go for the best, and as well as possible, considering all these things. And obviously that's our prayer. We pray that, by God's grace, everything will go well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
I have opened the link that you have sent me.
Oh, yes.
One writing rule to rule them all. The 7 words and phrases not to use.
Oh, that's useful.
One of, some,
Yes.
something, someone, somewhere. Or think, for example. We use the word think constantly. Even as I was writing this article, I had to fight to avoid using it. Yes. But think you can replace it with all of the words.
Yes, that's true.
Like you said, replace it with words that have this powerful meaning.
That's right. Absolutely. Yes, we need to have meaningful words, not repeating the same words, not having junk words like junk food, but high quality words which are expressive as possible and which communicate as much as possible with as few words as possible, and that gives our speaking and our writing the maximum amount of impact. Makes it powerful. Yes. You see how that works, Johnny?
Yes, I'm going to read it and to put my brain on it. Otherwise, it can't get in from one ear and get out from the other ear. It comes out from the other ear.
Yes. So you've just used.
It entered.
That's right.
Entered
I was just about to
from
correct
one
you,
ear
but you realized, yes.
And it exit.
That's right.
From the other side of the brain and from the ear. Yes.
Now you're beginning to have the right reflex, you see.
Yeah.
You're having the right approach and the right attitude and doing things in the right way. And you see, you even recognize yourself. As I was starting to say, you've just used get twice. And I'm sure you can find more meaningful verbs to replace those two instances of get.
I'm going to print this exercise because on the screen is different. I can learn or can I can learn more when I have something in my hand.
Oh, of course, absolutely.
Because I am the whole time in front of the screen.
Yes.
And I hope that when I do something else in the evening, I do nothing on the screen.
Yes, of course. It's nice to do something different and to use maybe a paper support rather than
something like that. Yeah.
Yes, it is nice. I sometimes do that as well, but for me, the difference is like instead of being in front of the big screen, the computer, at my table, if I want to relax a bit, then I just use the internet on my mobile phone. And that way, instead of having to sit at a table with a laptop, I can just be like leaning back in a nice comfortable chair.
Relaxing yourself.
That's right, relaxing myself just by using a different support. It's not paper, it's still internet, but the fact it's a mobile phone which I can hold without it being as big as a computer, so it's much more practical and easy to use and hold, and also it enables me to relax more easily in a chair that I wouldn't normally be able to use in front of a table, you see. So that way I can sit somewhere else and not have to use the big screen, which can be tiring for the eyes. Sometimes it's just relaxing watching a small screen. Because if you do too much of one or too much of the other, it's tiring. But when you vary, it's good to vary, then it's less tiring for the eyes. It's not always the same thing. Do you see what I mean?
Yes. You know, but take care because every screen you have this the
backlight. The light
the
coming from
backlight.
behind.
Yes, the blue light. It's a blue light
The
that
blue light,
in your
yes.
in consciousness.
Unconsciousness, or your subconscious. You would talk about your
it enters your unconsciousness, and to sleep it's a different sleeping. There are already screen that you can switch off this blue screen.
Yes.
And then change the colors a little bit, but
I have that software.
Yes,
It's called
well.
F-Lux. I don't know if you've heard of it.
No.
Lux. So if you look for that on internet, okay. F-Lux, and it's a free software, and it changes the light of your screen and changes the colors, like you say.
Very well. Yeah. Okay.
It's very good indeed. So I'm going to send you the link for that, and this will be less tiring for your eyes. So I use this as well. There we are. I've just sent you the link.
Okay.
You see that?
Very well. Yes.
Right. And it's software to warm up your computer display at night, and to talk about, you're talking about that blue glow, that blue light, you see?
Yes,
Ever
yes, it's
notice
blue
how
light.
people texting at night have that eerie blue glow, you see? So that enables you to, you know, remove the bad part of the light and instead enable you to have a better spectrum of light for your eyes.
Yes.
Yes. So that'll be useful for you. And it's free, so might as well make the most
Yes,
of
of
it.
course. I will going to try it. Yeah. Okay.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Very good. You're welcome, Johnny.
Very
With
well.
the greatest of pleasure. So, was the lesson interesting, useful,
Yes,
helpful?
very
Did you
good. Thank you.
learn some new things? You
I
learned
have
something
some
new?
homework to do. Huh?
Oh, and you have some homework as well. You are
Yeah.
blessed. You are
Yes.
most blessed.
Blessed or
Abundantly
not
blessed.
blessed, I have to do it.
That's right.
No, thank you very
Absolutely.
well.
Good.
And see
Not,
you.
not,
See you.
not thank you very well. You would say thank you very much.
Very
Thank
much.
you very much. You could say, I'm very well. Thank you. But you don't say thank you very well, because well is good, and you don't say thank you very good. You say thank you very much. That means
Thank you very much. Yeah.
the amount or the intensity of the gratitude, of the thanks. You're thanking a lot. It's like thanks a lot, you see. But you never thank in the sense of well. So it's just not used. You don't say thank you, you just say thank you very much. In French, yes, merci bien. You see, that comes from the French.
Oh, merci
There
beaucoup.
they're using the sense of, that's right. The English tend to say merci beaucoup rather than merci bien. In French, you can say merci bien, but in English, it's not used. Not by the native level English speakers, anyway.
Okay.
Excellent.
Thank you very
Johnny.
much.
You're ever
And
so welcome, Johnny.
see you tomorrow.
Pleasure. See you tomorrow. I look forward to that.
Bye-bye.
Thanks a lot. Take
Bye-bye,
care.
Walter.
Thanks. Cheers.
Take care.
Bye-bye, Johnny. You
Bye-bye.
too. Bye-bye.